on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But guys, the APA playoffs here. The St. Louis Rampardos are taking on Coach Kyleaye and the Miami Donphans in the first week of the APA playoffs. It has been a long road to get to this point. 9 wins, 3 losses. We had a little bit of a skid a couple weeks back and lost 3 games in a row, but then we came back, bounced back, and picked up the last 2 games of the season to finish 9-3. Kyle also finished 9-3. The first kind of loss, I believe, or one of the losses in our little losing streak was against Kyle. He brought a crazy team against me with a max speed, a very fast Porygon 2, Choice Scarf, Seismitoad, and then a Life Orb Substitute Darmanitan. So some really crazy stuff. I don't know if he's going to try to have those same tricks up his sleeve here in the playoffs, but hopefully history will repeat itself as it did in the past league we played in, where he beat me in the regular season and then I beat him in the playoffs. So let's hopefully pick up a W here. I did a team builder, broke down our team in pretty full effect, and I did some practice matches, really spent a lot of time preparing for this matchup, so I actually feel really good. All my practice matches went pretty well, so I have a good handle of what I think he's going to bring, and you can see that on the team. I think the one Pokemon that's a little bit more interchangeable is the Scissor. I think Rematch is a possibility, and I can see him bringing a lot of other things. He's obviously got to be scared of StL, which I'm not bringing this week. I have added Staraptor to the team. I want to make note, a lot of people made a comment saying that I never used Whimsicott throughout the season, and Staraptor only got 3 games, but I only had both of them for 1 game. I made a video saying I made some free agent moves, so I only had 1 game for Whimsicott, I didn't bring it, and then I only had 1 game for Staraptor, and I didn't bring it. So these are really Staraptor's first game of the season for my team, and Whimsicott has yet to see the field yet, but it may if I continue in the playoffs. So anyway, question today is what is your favorite part of league battles? I know a lot of you guys, like, every weekend you get super stoked to watch our league matches. What's your favorite part? Is it seeing me win? Is it seeing different Pokemon? Is it the draft process? Like, what is your favorite part? And hopefully you've enjoyed this season. I hope to keep it going here. If we win this match, we either face Crimson Seabat or Jacob as always. So I'm excited for that. I would really like, I love Chase. I would really love to face Jacob, though, and try to win after he beat me early in the season. I always like to face people again, especially when I lose them the first time, so I can try to get some redemption. But either way, got our work cut out for us here against Kyle. Let me get connected. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the team preview. Alright guys, we are connected here with Kyleaye. Let's find out exactly what 6 he's going to be bringing. I do think it's going to be very similar to last time. Coco, Lucha, Porygon 2, Darmanitan. I think Seismitoad as his only rocker makes a lot of sense just because of the sun. And then Scissor, Reuniclus, maybe Haxorus, depends on what he thinks is going to be the bigger threats. But let's see here. He does bring Seismitoad. He brings the exact same team. Yeah, so kind of what I was expecting. Like I said, I really felt like he played well last time, obviously. I ended up forfeiting, so I'm not surprised there. So in terms of leads, I can see him leading Darmanitan. I can see him leading Seismitoad. Last time I led Torkoal and he led Darmanitan, so those are some things to note there. I really like leading with Staraptor, and in all my practice matches, I did lead Staraptor because it really forces the Darmanitan out. It matches up well against Coco. It beats Hawlucha without its Unburden. It can U-turn out on Porygon 2, and it can either attack really hard as the Seismitoad or U-turn out. So I really like those options there. So I'm going to stick to that. Lock in my Staraptor play. And that's one big key that, I made a lot of changes to the team. Last time when I faced him, I brought Lantern. I brought... I didn't bring, obviously I didn't have Staraptor. I brought Torkoal, Houndoom, but I brought Lantern. I didn't bring Nidoking, which is pretty important against things like Coco. And I'm trying to think what else I brought. I brought, I can actually pull it up. I brought Celesteela and Lantern. I had like a defensive Lantern, and I had Celesteela, which was defensive as well. So he's probably really surprised to not see Celesteela, which obviously means his Scissor's more effective. It was really there to stop Scissor, but I figured I can handle Scissor with this team. But the fact that I have a Houndoom, by the fact that I have a Torkoal, and by the fact that I have a Nidoking, I felt like I could manage the Scissor. And this is the team that I expected him to bring. So kind of glad no Reuniclus, because that thing is problematic. But Staraptor's my lead. I really feel comfortable with that. If he leads Seismitoad, we might have to U-turn out. But everything else I can pretty much go hard with. Let's see if he leads that Darmanitan again, predicting Torkoal, or if he's going to go a different route. And again, I can really hit something hard with a Double Edge or a Brave Bird or something like that. So I really like the Staraptor lead. So he's going to lead for Homeboy. I don't know his nickname. It's probably the Seismitoad. No, it's the Coco. Is he Scarf Coco? That is the question. Is he Scarf Coco? Because I'm Scarfed Staraptor here. I feel like Scarf Coco is relatively unlikely. I really do. I'm going to make a safe play, though, and I'm going to go to Nidoking. Because what would his switch-in be? His switch-in would be the Porygon 2, which I'm fine with. So I'm going to make the safe play and go right into Nidoking here. I don't want him to know I'm Scarfed, for one, and I need to find out if he's Scarfed. So those are some important factors. And honestly, if he burns that item on his Hawlucha early, it's probably good, because I need my Cresselia to be healthy, or I need to have Mimikyu's Disguise intact to be able to take on the Hawlucha. So I'm okay just switching out here. I don't know if he's Scarfed. It's not worth me losing my Staraptor right away. He very well could be Scarfed. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. But if he U-turns out, makes me think he's Scarfed. If he hard switches out, I feel like he goes into Porygon 2 or Scizor, both of which I like my matchup in terms of Nidoking doing okay against them. I don't know if he goes Seismitoad here. I feel like he's probably more specially defensive Toad. But I'm pretty confident in switching out here. I think that's a safe play. Again, like Scarf, you know, I think he's not Scarfed too, because if he was Scarfed, I feel like his play would have been either Thunderbolt or U-turn right away. I don't feel like if he was Scarfed, he would have to debate this play. And like Double Edge does not do enough to knock him out. If rocks are up, Double Edge would knock out the Koko. I don't want to just go Double Edge here and just try to knock out the Koko right away, because it is a risky play. And there's a chance that his Tapu Koko does have a little bit of bulk investment. It's just not worth it to me. You know, like that Calc. I mean, I already picked my move, but just so you guys know, the Calc on the Koko is, he is going to switch out. It's a 50% chance to knock him out. He goes to 4B more, which is the Seismitoad. A little surprised to see the Toad come in. Had I Double Edged, I probably would have two-shot it, but that's no big deal. I get to go into Reptar here. He can go for an Earth Power. He can also just go for the offensive. I can just try to hit him really hard, which isn't a bad play. I know I can take any hit from him, and I can Earth Power him and probably two-shot him with Earth Power. Try to prevent the Stealth Rocks. So I think I want to do that. I think I want to try to hit him as hard as I can and just try to break through this thing, because I don't want him to get rocks up if I can avoid it. So I'm just going to Earth Power. Feel pretty safe in going for that. He may just go right out, and he's got to be scared of me having coverage for this thing or whatever, but I feel like an Earth Power is a pretty safe play. I know I can take any hit from him, you know, unless he's super offensive. He'd have to be super duper offensive. But again, stopping him from setting up hazards is pretty good. I'm surprised that he went Seismitoad, because had I Double Edged twice, I probably would have knocked out the Seismitoad, but I don't think he's Scarfed. He is Scarfed Toad, okay. Or he's very fast Seismitoad. That's fine. He's very fast Seismitoad, because he's faster than me. So that means he's got a lot of speed on his Toad, and we just did a tremendous amount of damage to him. So I will take that all day. I will take that all day. So now, we can get rid of his Seismitoad. Is he Scarfed Toad, though, or is he just really fast Toad? He would have to have a lot of speed on this thing. He would have to have a, not a ton. I mean, he might not be Scarfed. He very well could not be Scarfed here. I do want to get my Torkoal into Rapid Spin, but I don't think this is the time to do that. I can go into my Cresselia here pretty safely. What would his switch-in be? His switch-in would be Porygon 2. Let's go to Cresselia here, because I don't want to take a hit if I don't have to. I don't know if he's Scarf Toad again, or if he's simply, like, is just fast than Nidoking, because my Nidoking's very slow. I have a very slow Nidoking this week. I purposefully brought a very slow Nidoking. So he's probably, if he's Scarfed again, then we find that out. But I just know he's a faster Toad. But I feel like Cresselia is faster, so we'll find out if he switches moves here. If he is Scarfed, he has to switch out. If he's not Scarfed, and I can pretty freely Toxic or HP Fire the Porygon coming in. So we've got some options there. So I can try to predict the Scizor. I could just HP Fire. A couple different options. So we're going to go Cresselia here. Cresselia is a very safe switch into Seismitoad. And we'll find out if he's Scarfed. That's what I want to know. I want to know, is he Scarfed? And I want to be able to Rapid Spin. The Porygon 2 is the best thing for me to Rapid Spin against. He does switch out. Leads me to believe he is a Scarfed Seismitoad. He's going to go into Dry, which is going to be what? The Porygon 2. There's the Porygon 2. So I wish I went for... He gets the Sheer Force. I wish I went for Toxic, predicting the switch. I didn't know if he was Scarfed or not. He could have been fast. I didn't want to take a lot of damage there. But this is okay with me. I can choose to Toxic him here, or I can HP Fire. We have to make a prediction. We have to make a prediction, because I am faster this time. I don't know if he's going to know that. Here's the tricky thing. I can in Power Fire the Scizor coming in, or I can just Toxic. A Toxic would be big on this Porygon. The problem is, if I substitute here, he's in trouble too. I could also make a play and switch out into my Torkoal here so I could Rapid Spin. That's actually not a bad play. It's kind of a middle ground play, is going into Torkoal to Rapid Spin. Although he does have Sheer Force, so his Tri-Attack is going to be doing a little bit more damage. I don't anticipate that being his play here, though. And I got to be very careful how I play around this Darmanitan. But I don't see why I don't go into Torkoal here. Torkoal is kind of a safe middle ground play. It allows me to rapid spin, which is pretty important in this match. I want to keep that Seismitoad at bay. So my options here are I Toxic, predicting him to stay in. I HP Fire, predicting the Scissor, or I go Torkoal. If he stays in, he substitutes or he Toxics me, I think. I'm going to go Torkoal. I'm going to go Torkoal so I can rapid spin. So we'll see if he switches here. I think he's going to stay in. He might just try attack, or he might just go for a Toxic or a substitute himself. Let's see what he's going to do here. I get my Drought up, which is always scary because of that Darmanitan. He goes for try attack. So let's see how much this does. This may two-shot me, actually, and that's actually just going to blow me back. He gets a crit. Super unfortunate for me. P2 kills Torkoal with try attack. So that crit is a big deal. It's actually a really big deal, but what are you going to do? I pretty much have to go serious here so I can start breaking things. That crit was huge, actually. That crit was huge. I don't understand that, honestly. I don't understand why he stayed in, but what are you going to do? Sun Boosted Flamethrower is going to do a good amount. I can two-shot him, but he's got Try Attack, and that's going to do a lot to me. I think, actually, Try Attack plus Sheer Force. I mean, Houndoom is going to take a tremendous amount of damage here, but I don't know if there's anything I could do about it. The other option is I go into Cresselia, and I just Toxic this thing. Now that I think he's going to stay in. Which isn't a bad play. Yeah, I think I got to go do that. That's unfortunate, man. You know, Trace into Sheer Force is definitely annoying because it just does so much damage. The crit's unfortunate because that means I don't get to bring him back in later or get a chance to rapid spin. I'm going to Toxic. If he goes Scissor, just good play. That stinks. That really stinks. But what are you going to do? Surprised that he stayed in with his poor guy, unless he just knew I was going to switch, but I don't know. Alright, no big deal. We got to just kind of move on. Still plenty of turns of Sun, so it's not like Houndoom can't come in and put in work, but if he goes Scissor, I can HP Fire. I should be faster than the Scissor, hopefully. But I'm going to Toxic here to try to weaken this Porygon too. Because for me to win this game, he's going to switch this time. He probably goes Scissor. For Clayton, which is... This is the Darm? Okay. So here's Darmanitan. This thing is here to just basically destroy my team. It's here to just destroy my team. Not much I can do about it. I got to make a prediction here that he's going to go for a fire move. And I got to go into my Houndoom and activate Flash Fire. That's my play here. That's got to be my play here. It's going to be a really risky play, and I'm fully aware of that. But it's a play I got to make. I think it's my best play. I have to. I have to make this play. Because if he substitutes, I need to be able to break his substitute. If he does Flare Blitz here, we're actually in a good spot because I can get my Houndoom in for free, essentially. And if he's Scarfed, he's not going to Flare Blitz again, most likely. I don't know. This is a tough... I got to go Houndoom here. If he predicts it goes for a Rock move, just a good play. But I got to make this play here. Unfortunately, Darmanitan and Sun, there's nothing on my team that can really switch into it regardless. So let's just hope he Flare Blitzes here and we can activate Flash Fire. That's got to be our best play. I mean, Flare Blitz one-shots Cresselia, so I'm thinking that might be his play, but let's see what he does. He goes for Rock Slide. He hits it. Good prediction. I had to make that play, unfortunately. So Darmanitan kills Houndoom with Rock Slide. I had to make that play. There was nothing I can do there. I had to make that play. It was a tough prediction there, but that was the play that I feel like that was the right play, even though he made the prediction. All right, so we go Mohawk here. We got to start double edging and brave birding things. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. He's got rocks up. I mean, this match is already going really badly. It's already going really badly, but what are you gonna do? All right. I mean, I can U-turn out, try to gain some momentum here. Is there really any benefit to doing that? I think I just got to go for the offensive here and start hitting things. You know, we click Brave Bird, I think, and just try to hit something hard. If he's offensive Porygon 2, we might be able to two-shot him with Brave Bird. But yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And I know he's Scarf Toad, so he's gonna switch out here. He might just sack off his Toad. That is, I think, the Toad of the P2. Yeah, he's gonna sack off his Toad, so that's fine. So Staraptor kills Seismitoad with Brave Bird. So Toad goes down. All right. How do I win this game? How do I win this game? We're not out of it yet. We're not out of it yet. The problem is the only way I beat Darmanitan is with Staraptor now. So Staraptor has to stay healthy enough to beat Darmanitan, which is going to be very challenging to do with Stealth Rocks up. Very challenging to do. Alright. Let's see what he's going to do here. He could just go into his... he can pretty much do so many things right now. He could just go into Coco. He can go into... whatever he wants. He can go into Scissor. He's going to go into probably... is that Coco? Yeah, here comes the Coco. I have to keep Staraptor alive because I need it to beat Darmanitan. So I have to go into my Nidoking here. Which luckily can start firing off some flamethrowers and earth powers and things like that. But if he U-turns here, that's going to give him a lot of momentum. It gives him right into his Hawlucha. But I have to make this play. I can also Toxic, predicting the P2 coming in on the Nidoking, which might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I have to switch out here. It was either Coco comes in or Scissor comes in, so I went for the Brave Bird. Because it two-shotted the Coco if it came in on the switch-in, which I guess he wouldn't have done anyway. So, and I'm not even set up Cresselia, which stinks, because set up Cresselia would have been really good at this point, but I'd see if he U-turns or if he tries to attack. He goes for Volt Switch, which is good. Really surprised he brought Volt Switch, but that's fine. I'm going to Toxic, predicting the Porygon 2 to come in. Is that my best play? He's not going Scissor. I don't think he goes Darmanitan because of the Earth Power. He could go Hawlucha. I'm going to go for Toxic. Predicting Porygon 2 to come in. Can I beat this Coco? I need a little bit of damage on it. He could go Hawlucha here, predicting the Earth Power. Actually, he probably doesn't do that because of the Sludge Wave. He could go Scissor. Would he go Scissor right now? Ooh, I don't know. Would he make the Scissor play? That would be an interesting play if he went Scissor here. He might actually be faster than me, too. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. I think Toxic is my best play, predicting the Porygon 2, though. Because it's going to hit everything except for the Scissor. He's not going Darmanitan. So, I think it's too big of a threat to switch in here. So he goes Hawlucha, Porygon 2, or Scissor. I feel like it's most likely he goes Porygon 2, though. He's going to switch out. I don't think he goes Scissor. I think he goes Porygon 2. 4K9. Is that the... He goes into the Hawlucha. Okay. That's fine. He's going to activate his Unburden, but I'm going to Toxic him here, which is really solid. Sweet. And I still have my Cresselia, so I can bring in Cresselia here. Like, he's poisoned. I don't know. I got to see what Cresselia's at, but Cresselia should come in here. And I'll keep Nidoking healthy because it can handle some of the other stuff. So I'm going to go to Cresselia because Cresselia can beat this thing. Even if he Swords Dances. Even if he Swords Dances, I can heal up. I can do a lot of things. I have Psychic. Let's see what he's going to do. Does he Swords Dance? He does Swords Dance. I know I can live one in Psychic. So we have to do that. We have to live one in Psychic. Which we can. I know I can live. And Psychic plus Toxic should be able to wear this thing down. So that's good. So let's go for the Psychic here. I should be able to take this 100%. Hawlucha sitting at +2. I mean, I'm going for Psychic either way. But Acrobatics does like 50% to me. 50 to 60%. He goes for another Swords Dance. If we get a good roll here with Psychic, he goes down with Poison. If not, we're in trouble. Go down to Poison. Hawlucha dies to Poison from Nidoking. Perfect. He went a little hard there trying to get those extra Swords Dances up. We got rid of the Hawlucha. That was good. Hawlucha's gone. Didn't take any damage with Cresselia. At this point, I think the only thing that beats Cresselia is his Scissor. Which if I'm faster then, we're going to be in okay shape. But if he starts Swords Dancing, that's where things get really scary with the Scissor. Because my checks to Scissor are gone now. So if he starts Swords Dancing, we're in trouble. And I don't have Sun anymore, so Kyleaye can't Hidden Power Fire. In Sun, it's not going to do that much. But if I'm faster, it might not be that bad. Like Scissor, let's take a look here. If he's bulky Scissor, we do about half with Hidden Power Fire. If he's offensive, best thing you can do is U-turn me. Does about half. And his Haluch is gone. His Tabu Koko, I need to get a little damage on it. Staraptor can beat it. Darmanitan dies to Staraptor. Alright, here comes what? He goes into Darmanitan here. Surprising. How much is he doing with Darmanitan right now? This is kind of sketchy because I can take a hit. If he's Life Orb though, he's going to do a lot. He's going to do a lot. I think I could take the hit though in Moonlight. But if he starts substituting, that's where things get really sketchy. But he is toxic. So I kind of want to just Moonlight and take the hit. Because if he's Life Orb, he's doing like 57 to 67, but we live that. So I think I just Moonlight up here. I'm going to Moonlight. I'm going to take the passive play. He goes for Flare Blitz. I'm pretty sure we're going to take it though. And if he's not Life Orb, he's not going to do that much to us. That looks like Life Orb. Look how much recoil he takes. We get Moonlight up. And that's going to put us in a situation where we can tank these hits. With leftovers, this is a winnable situation. He's going to take more toxic damage. Okay. Now, I feel like if I was him, I would switch to Scissor here. If I was him, I would switch to Scissor. That's what I would do right now. But I don't feel that I'm in a situation where I want to risk that play and switch out. Or HP Fire. I want to keep Kyleaye at high health because Kyleaye can single-handedly win this game once Scissor's gone. So I make the prediction that Scissor's coming in here and go for the HP Fire. I don't see why he stays in thinking I'm going to Moonlight. I'm going to make a ballsy play here and go for the Hidden Power Fire predicting Scissor. Switch. No, he stays in. I made a misplay. I'm surprised he did that. I could have just kept Moonlighting. I don't know why he would do that. I'm really surprised he did that. I'm really surprised he did that. Wow. Wow. Good play. He stayed in. Alright. What do I do? What do I do? Do I just let him knock me out here, or do I save my Kyleaye to come in on the Porygon 2? He dies after this anyway, and I can bring in Nidoking regardless. Do I need Kyleaye? Or do I go into Mimikyu and let him break my disguise? I kind of want to keep my disguise intact. What's more important for my team right now? Kyleaye can come in. So, Darmanitan's going down either way. I can bring in Mimikyu and let him take my disguise here. And then once Nidoking comes in, Nidoking can probably beat what's left. It's just a matter of, do I save? I can't believe he stayed in there and Flare Blitzed. Had I Moonlighted, we would have been in an amazing situation right now. Do I switch out or do I save Kyleaye? See, Peekaboo is one of my ways of beating. It beats Porygon 2. Because Scissor just comes in and beats Porygon, Peekaboo. But that's okay, I think. Alright, I'm going to save Kyleaye. I'm going to make a risky play here and save Kyleaye because I feel like Kyleaye can come in against the Porygon 2. I know I'm faster, and I can live the hit. Darmanitan's going to die to Toxic, I think, either way. He's going to Flare Blitz and die to Toxic. I can live. I have my disguise. So, Darm dies to Toxic from, I think it was Kyleaye. But Darmanitan goes down. Don't burn me with this Flare Blitz, please. Oh, he's got Sheer Force anyway, it doesn't matter. He should go to Toxic. Okay. So now I'm pretty sure he goes Scissor and he's just going to Bullet Punch me. Which is fine. Because this is going to give me an opportunity to go into my Nidoking. And Nidoking can beat the Koko. Nidoking can beat the Scissor. Nidoking can maybe beat the Porygon 2, depends. I don't want him to trace my Sheer Force though, which is kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I really can't believe he stayed in with that Darmanitan there. I really can't. Had I Moonlighted, maybe I should have just obviously I should have just Moonlighted in hindsight now, but that's okay. Staraptor's in a predicament too, because I have to either Brave Bird or I have to Double Edge, but it's all good. Alright, for Jake, I'm assuming this is the Scissor. Yep. Okay, so I have to decide whether I want to Shadow Sneak for a little bit of damage or whether I want to Shadow Claw for more damage. There's really no point, in my opinion, of keeping Mimikyu at this point in the match. Because really what's going to happen is no matter what that happens, I'm going into Reptar and I'm Flamethrowing anyway. So I think I just go for the Shadow Claw in case he Swords Dances. If he Bullet Punches here and knocks me out, it's no big deal. So I'm going to go for the Shadow Claw. That damage on Sid is not going to matter. Nidoking one-shots it with Flamethrower anyway. I want him to just Bullet Punch me and knock me out here. I don't want him to start setting up with Swords Dances. He just Bullet Punches, he's going to knock me out. That's fine. Scissor kills Mimikyu with Bullet Punch. Okay. Now Nidoking comes in and gets the Flamethrower. 1,000,000% my play. Do I predict the Porygon 2 coming in here and Toxic? That's an interesting question. I don't think I do. I think I just Flamethrower and play it safe. The other option is Super Fanging. I think I have to Flamethrower here. Or do I double into Cresselia predicting the Porygon 2? I mean, these are crazy, crazy tough predictions. Let me think what he's thinking here. Because he knows I have Flamethrower. Flamethrower is knocking him out no matter what. If he Bullet Punches me, it's going to do... He might... That's the thing, though. Does he just go for the Bullet Punch for damage here? My only way of beating Scissor is with Reptar here. I feel like I Flamethrower, but I think he's gonna go Porygon 2. I'm gonna Flamethrower. I'm gonna have a hard time beating the Scissor no matter what, so I'm gonna go for the damage here. And I want to find out how bulky that Porygon 2 is. He switches. He went P2. Ah. He went Coco. He predicted me to double out. I'll take that. We take those. We take those. Okay, I can Toxic predicting the Porygon. I can Flamethrower and knock him out. I can Earth Power and knock him out. Earth Power also hits the Porygon the hardest. The only thing he can knock me out here with is a suit like he would need to have Grassium Z, I think, is the only thing. If I Toxic, I could take a lot of damage though. I went for Toxic. It was the wrong play, but it's okay. He Dazzling Gleams, doesn't do much. I get a Toxic off. I can knock out the Coco here. Okay. We just Flamethrower. He's gonna Dazzling Gleam again, okay. Nidoking kills Coco with D-Gleam. Okay. All right, now Porygon 2 comes in, and we have to sack off Staraptor. That's a bummer. I had to take 2 Dazzling Gleams there. I should have just attacked, but what are you going to do? Okay. Now we just sacrifice Staraptor. If for some reason he makes a prediction, I get to get Staraptor in and attack, that's fine. I think he's just going to go for Tri-Attack and just knock me out. Then I go Cresselia, I Moonlight up, and we're going to try to Moonlight up and Toxic this Porygon 2 down. I have HP Fire for Scissor, and Nidoking can beat the Scissor too. So it's going to come down to predictions. And it's going to come down to whether or not I live a Bullet Punch, which I think I can. Taking that second Dazzling Gleam may be the difference, though, between us living a Bullet Punch and not. So, he goes Porygon 2 here. He traces. Alright. So here's the thing. He could be faster than me anyway, so I'm going to just go Staraptor. I think that's our best play. I know Staraptor is at the highest amount of health right now, but at the same time, I'm at 82 out of 188. I'm going to take another bit of percentage. I think Bullet Punch knocks me out. Yeah, I think that extra Dazzling Gleam is going to be what does us in, but we'll see what happens. I'm assuming he just Tri-Attacks here. He agilities. He's Agility Porygon 2. Okay. Which is actually a big deal because now he's faster than me. I think he just wins with that. Wow. Agility Porygon 2. All right. Well, we're gonna Brave Bird and hope for the biggest crit in the world here. I think he just won with that agility. Yeah, I think he just won with Agility Porygon 2 because now he's faster than Cresselia. Good plays. Good game to Kyle, man. I can't be upset about that. Unfortunate crit earlier in the game. Yeah, that's a 2-shot too, which is unfortunate. And he's going to Tri-Attack and knock us out. Cresselia can't live a hit now. Tri-Attack is going to be out fast on everything on my team. And Porygon 2 is going to clean the game up. So, good game to Kyle, man. You know, I thought there was a chance we could pull that back there at the end. There wasn't really much I could do. The best play I could have made actually was to Toxic the Porygon 2 at this point. But at that point, I don't know if it was going to make a difference. You know, I don't think Cresselia is living this hit. I will Moonlight regardless, but we're going to be incredibly low. There's no way with 26 health. I'm living a Tri-Attack that's Sheer Force boosted, but I'll Moonlight in case he trips over his DS or it dies. But it's been a good season, man. I can't be too upset, guys. Kyle's going to beat us here with Agility Porygon 2. Really cool set there. I don't think we played bad at all. I really don't. We were able to mitigate some of his threats. I think it came down to a couple core predictions there. Probably the biggest one, though, was Moonlight against Darmanitan. I really thought he would switch out into the Scissor, realizing that, you know, Cresselia was going to be able to just sit there and Moonlight up on that Darmanitan. Had Cresselia been at high health right now, I actually think we win this game. So, one play kind of comes down, and it's going to be the difference maker. Like I said, had we been at, you know, 60% right now, Porygon 2 doesn't beat us. We Toxic it, and we can Moonlight up all over it, I think. But that's the game we play, man. It comes down to sometimes just one prediction. But APA is going to come to a close here because, unfortunately, Reptar, it is not living a hit at this point in the match. I'll go for the Earth Power just in case. But, you know, I don't think we're living this. And even if we do, we don't live a Bullet Punch afterwards. So, no, not happening. So, good game to Kyleaye, guys. Show him some love. He beats me twice this season in the playoffs where it matters the most. And, you know, APA was a fun time, man. 9-3. Can't be too upset about that. Had a really cool team. Tried some different things out with Coma O and stuff like that, but it ultimately didn't come down to a championship like we always want. But I did make the playoffs, so that's pretty cool in itself. You know, we kind of broke out of that losing skid. Mega Houndoom is a lot of fun to use. Celesteela was cool. You know, that's another thing too. Like, had I brought Celesteela again, what does Porygon 2 and what does Scissor do to Celesteela? I still have a hard time understanding his team building against me. It obviously worked both times, but I still have a hard time because, you know, something like Seismitoad, Scarf Seismitoad, like, I have a hard time understanding it personally. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense, but it works. I don't know. I don't know what to say, man, but either way, good games to Kyle, dude. I'm not even upset. It's all good, man. He played well. Agility P2 seals the deal there. Again, if he wasn't Agility, maybe we win. I don't know. That Darmanitan Moonlight Cresselia play was tough, but nevertheless, man, P4G, another league, is going to be starting up pretty soon. We just finished up the draft for that, so you guys will see that soon. It's really cool because we're actually doing Tier 3 and below, so the Tier 1 and Tier 2 Pokemon are all removed, so no one can draft those. It's all the lower tier stuff, so I'll tell you guys, like, just a hint, like, I'll just give you one Pokemon on my team because I think it's funny. Let me think of what's one Pokemon that I drafted that I think would be funny to tell you guys that I drafted. Pikachu. I drafted Pikachu. So just to give you an idea of the fact that it's gonna be pretty funny. And then aDrive Army Battle League is starting for the first time. That's gonna be on my channel. I never have uploaded aDrive Army Battle League in the past, so we're gonna be uploading that as well. It'll be super casual. I'm gonna be doing the building live and then the battles. It's all showdown, so it's just kind of for fun. So yeah, we got all that going on. So lots of cool stuff. But I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Congrats again to Kyle. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this season of the APA. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one. And be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.